Texas League Baseball is next. And welcome into Texas League Baseball. Second half about ready to get started in the 2023 baseball season. We now take it down for Jonathan and our live broadcast. Take it away, John. Thank you, Bob, and welcome in one and all to this live Texas League broadcast as we get set here in South Texas in the beautiful city of San Antonio. And it is the first of a three-game series matchup between the visiting Northwest Arkansas Naturals and your first half South Division champions, your San Antonio Missions. Gotta say, we have a three short game series between the two rivals of the year. And so far, tonight is the first of three in a three-game series weekend here tonight for the two ball clubs of this contest. Two teams continue the series tomorrow night, post-game fireworks after the game, and a series finale between the two ball clubs of the year between the two. And so far, after Sunday's game, we say goodbye to the Northwest Arkansas Naturals for the 2023 season. As the remainder of this season, Northwest Arkansas will continue upwards and beyond where they go in the Texas League. It's going to be pretty good. Well, it is a beautiful Friday night. And gotta say, we are ready to get going in this second half of the season. And so far, we are back after our 6-game road series there at Corpus Christi. And so far, gotta say, we are back after 4 days. And so far, we are glad that you were here with us as we get ready for the second half of this 2023 season. Well, I'm joined here in the booth by my partner, Bob. And Bob, it's good to see you again after 4 days.
Likewise, Jonathan, it's good to see you as well as we get ready to get this one underway here this evening.
Well, I got to say, we had a jersey giveaway.
Yeah, the jersey giveaway is pretty nice. It's red, white, and blue, and San Antonio inscribed on all these jerseys, and 1,500 fans came in through the front gate as first and third bases, and so far pretty good in the jersey giveaway. Now tomorrow, after the game, is post-game fireworks presented by Dr. Pepper, and Sunday, the series finale against the Northwest Arkansas Naturals taking on the San Antonio Missions of the year. We have Bark in the Park Sunday, which we will have our game in the afternoon at 1:05 p.m. Monday is off day. We travel off to Frisco to start a 6th game there at Statesman's Park, and so far going to be a pretty good 6-game series. We're back a week after that as we take on the visiting Corpus Christi Hooks in a 6-game homestand. Then we start the month of August there at Arkansas and Springfield for the first two lead opponents in the North Division. So going to be pretty good as we get things squared away for the second half of this season to unfold.
Yes, I got to say, Bob, it is a pivotal moment in all Texas League as so far San Antonio still in the first place position. Got to say, tonight is win number 48 if they could get it.
Yeah, I got to say, between San Antonio is 47 and 32, Northwest Arkansas 33 and 47. They're down in last place and trailing a game and a half against Wichita, a bunch from Springfield, and so far a bunch from Tulsa and Arkansas.
Now, so far as we look at Corpus Christi and Frisco, boy, they are tied at 37 and 43. And as we get ready to start the second half, boy, things are starting to turn for the best for everybody in the Texas League. So with San Antonio being a first place position, we look at where they at 47 and 32 in first place, along with the Arkansas Travelers 52 and 28. Arkansas has been really on fire since the start of the series at Corpus Christi, and really they are really wowing their fans there in Arkansas and the whole entire Texas League. With 52 and 28 of the year for the Arkansas Travelers, it just seems like they're an unstoppable train that will not go off the rails of the railroad track.
Yes, if you could say that, that sounds pretty good right there. Amarillo, they are about 5.5 games trailing the San Antonio Missions. Midland trailing just 2.5 games from Amarillo. Corpus Christi trails the Rockhounds only 4.5 games from Midland. And Frisco continues their trail against Midland and Amarillo as well.
I got to say, Bob, we want to thank you guys for tuning in to our post-game, pre-game show. And so far, the first game of 3 in this weekend against the Northwest Arkansas Naturals and the San Antonio Missions. And so far, we are about ready to get this second half underway. Our proud sponsor here tonight, Dr. Pepper, proud sponsor of every Thirsty Thursday. So when we do return back to our 6-game sets during the second half of this year, we get ready to proud produce our favorite drink company, Dr. Pepper. They're $2 every Thursday, and so far pretty good right there.
Well, you keep saying so far so many times, I don't know where it would go right there.
I don't know, Bob, but I guess I get you a little bit confused as of that point. Well, we're about ready to go. First pitch will commence underway as we get set for this first of a 3-game short weekend series here tonight in good old San Antonio. Well, we're back after this, and so far, stick around. First pitch coming up right after the break. We're live in 3, 2, 1.
Well, thank you, Bob. Welcome in, everybody, to our about ready for our first pitch of our ball game. As San Antonio Missions about ready to take the field. And gotta say, gonna be a pretty fun little homestand. And we're about ready to get things started here tonight. Just a reminder, we do have rules on the field here tonight, so make sure that y'all understand the rules correctly. Remain off the field. Do not get on the field while gameplay is going. And if you see a ball that's in play, please leave it alone. No interference with balls in play. Thank you for your cooperation and to make San Antonio Missions baseball enjoyable for everybody. Well, leading off for San Antonio on the hill, Matt Waldron, a right-hander who is 6'3", 185 pounds, and age 26 will get the ball for San Antonio here tonight. Well, up for Northwest Arkansas, Tucker Bradley straying in first for the Naturals. And 3 magic words, let's play ball. And the second half underway as that one fouled in the way, and the count now 0-1. We're underway at 7:07 here tonight. So far, pretty good right there. That one is chopped foul, and the count now 0-2. Go ahead, give your ball clubs tonight. Northwest Arkansas at San Antonio, Frisco at Amarillo, Tulsa at Midland, Corpus Christi at Arkansas, and Springfield at Wichita. Nope. That one right there outside, it's a ball and 2 strikes. So far, returning to the Texas League umpires is Jeff Andrews. And so far, pretty good on that one. That one is fouled to the way. The count now still remains 1 ball and 2 strikes to the starter, Tucker Bradley. Here's a 1-2. And that one high flying in the air, and that will land in center field for a base hit.
Batting second, the second baseman, Gerard Gonzalez.
Boy, beautiful shot from our stadium. And we did a lot of major upgrades as we were off the last couple of days.
Yeah, I gotta say, it looks a whole lot better than what it did. And so far, it looks good.
Now you're saying it.
Oh man, now you got me saying it. Dang it.
Here is Gerard Gonzalez. 1 ball, no strikes, runner at first. Nobody out, top of 1 for Northwest Arkansas. High fly in the air. Left fielder Albert Fabian will make the play, and he's got it for out number 1. Well, the chance now, let's give the Northwest Arkansas Naturals the starting lineups. And so far, Bob, they need a win on the road, and can they get it?
Well, sure hope they can, probably might. But if they do, that's a good thing too.
Here is Jimmy Govern. And you hear somebody saying, yeah, go ahead, turn the double. That one high flying in the air. And that is fouled in the way. The count now 0-1. Oh, 1. Swing and a miss, and that's the count 0-2.
Boy, he's just swinging underwater. I gotta say to that he's fooling them. Yeah, you're not kidding, Bob. Yo, too. And that one, high fly, in the air. Fabian running out of room. Boy, howdy, it's gone. And Northwest Arkansas on Jimmy Govern gets the first 2-run shot as he rounds the bases. And it's a 2-0 Naturals lead. Boy, that's a real butt kicker right there. They get 2 runs on the board on that Jimmy Govern single. And boy, he just bounced it right out of here. 404 in the distance. And he's really looking angry at himself right now. Now in is Robbie Glendenning. Glendenning coming in. And right there and in for a coach strike, it's 0-1. Oh, 1. And that's a swing and a miss, and the count now 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. The pitch. And that one high fly in the air, and that will go out of play. Nothing and 2. And that one hit high in the air near first. Fernandez will make the play, and he's got it for out number 2. And that'll bring up the 5th batter for Northwest Arkansas, Tyler Gentry. Gentry coming in the pitch. And that one is hit high. On the mound is Waldron as he makes the play to end this half inning. 2-run shot for Northwest Arkansas on a Jimmy Govern 2-run home run, as that would give the Naturals the top half of this lead, already 2-0 over San Antonio. Bottom half of the first coming up, and it's Naturals 2, Missions up to bat. Right-hander Jonathan Bolin get the start for the Northwest Arkansas Naturals, as he is 6'6", 240, and age 26 on the hill for the Naturals here tonight. Second half appearance, center fielder Tim Lopes coming in as he takes a ball outside, and it's the count now 1-0. Beautiful Friday night as sun begins to set. And that one is a ball again. 2-0 the count. I gotta say, Bob, it is a beautiful night as we return here. Yeah, I gotta say, really it is. And that one's gonna be high fly in the air, and that will get up in the right center, and that falls down for the base hit. Well, really, that one was a pretty good shot right there, as the Missions now get their first hit, and Tim Lopes now on first base. In now is Wander Javier as he takes a coach strike, in the count now 0-1. Runner at first, nobody out. A 2-0 Northwest Arkansas lead. Now, if you're listening to us on the radio or watching us here on YouTube Live, come on in. You're just in time for tonight's matinee through Sunday's ball game. And that's going to be right there. The third. He throws. He got him. And that's for the first out here tonight. Well, the chance now. Let's give the San Antonio Missions the starting lineups. And, Bob, these guys need a win here at home tonight. Do they get it, or do they not get it.
Well, down 2-0. They have that golden opportunity and the chance
Of getting in and winning this one here at the end. Right fielder Tirso Ornelas coming in as he takes a code strike as 0-1. Runner at second still holding on, and that's going to be whiplashed right there, and that's going to be enough for a tag up, as that will be now a runner from second goes to third on a fly out. And the first baseman, Juan Fernandez, coming in. Temperature is 102 on this Friday night. The 1-0. And that's going to be back up the middle, and that'll bring in the runner from third. And boy, I got to say, a trailing difference. Now 2-1 in the score, as Northwest Arkansas continues this lead by 2-1. So that run scores in an RBI single. And that'll bring up the Hawk Corner Gold Glove winner of this year, Lucas Dunn. Dunn coming in looking sharp out of this year in 2023. And that one is outside, 2 balls, no strikes. 1 run on 2 hits for San Antonio in the bottom half of the first inning. And that's going to pop foul, and the count now 2-1. The 2-1. And that's going to be right there to third. Boy, he gets it right to second, and he is out at the force. But a run come in to score on an RBI single by Juan Fernandez, and that's the end of the first. We go to the top half of the second. Northwest Arkansas up 2-1. We're back here as Shervian Newton will get us underway here in the top half of the second inning. When we come back, it's our proud announcer of Dr. Pepper. Leading off for Northwest Arkansas, Shervian Newton.
We're live in 3, 2, 1.
We're back here in South Texas, getting ready for the top of the Northwest Arkansas second. And that is the first pitch thrown at well and inside for a code strike. It's 0-1. Great crowd we have here tonight, right, Bob?
I gotta say, a beautiful night, a beautiful crowd, and it's good to be back.
No balls, 2 strikes to Newton. The pitch. And that one is fouled in the way, and the count now 0-2. Pretty long work week, huh, Bob?
I gotta say, you're right about that, John. It has been a very hard work week for a lot of people.
Well, come out to the ball game and you're in luck. Just take you a chill pill and say, hey, my time is done for a little while. That one right there, and that'll be the count now, 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. The pitch. And that one high fly in the air. In left field, Albert Fabian will make the play, and he's got the first out. Well, the DH, Juan Carlos Negrete, batting in the 7th spot for Northwest Arkansas. The pitch. And that one is chopped foul, and the count now 0-1. Go ahead and give you some Texas League scores here in the top of the second inning. And so far we got them going. So top of 2 there at Midland, as it is no runs on a hit, no errors for the Drillers. And the pitch. And when the line drive, and that goes up at the left field for a base hit.
Batting the center fielder, John Ray.
Well, that's going to bring up John Rave, center fielder here tonight. And that one taken well and inside for a code strike. It's 0-1. The Missions can get ready to overturn a Taco Bell double play. And out of this second half of the season, anytime the Missions overturn a Taco Bell double play, everybody in attendance will get a coupon for 2 free tacos courtesy of our friends there at Taco Bell. That one right there, that will go wide of play, and it goes foul to the count now 0-2. And right there, strike 3 called. As John Rave goes down on strikes. And that's going to bring up the 9-hole batter, Luca Tresh. And that one taken well and inside for a code strike. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Swing and a miss. And that's the count now, 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Runner at first, 2 away, 2-1, Northwest Arkansas. And that one is fouled off, and that's the count now, 0-2 the count. The 0-2. And that one is too high outside, and it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. And that's a swing and a miss. And that is going to be the 3rd strike. And it'll shut down Northwest Arkansas in this half inning. No runs on a hit, no errors, a man left at first stranded. We go now bottom half of the second inning. The Naturals up by 1.
Leading off for the Missions, the designated hitter.
Well, the DH, Grant Little.
coming in to start the bottom half of 2 for San Antonio. And the pitch. That one outside. 1 ball, no strikes. 1-0. And that one's going to be high fly right there up in the center, and now gets through for a base hit. Welcome back to San Antonio after 7 whole days. Or actually 9 days of being out. 6 at Corpus Christi. And 4, so I would say that would be exact 10.
Yeah, you were off just a few inches right there, John.
Line drive up to right center, and they'll get through for another base hit. 2 back-to-back singles. Men looking pretty sharp here tonight, Bob.
Gotta say, they need this victory more than ever. And tomorrow night and Sunday, if they could sweep Northwest Arkansas, that would be pretty good too.
Yeah, I know. Before getting on the road and heading off for Frisco for a 6-game homestand there at Statesman's Park, it's always best to start the second half fresh.
Yeah, I gotta say, John, it is true what you say.
And that's going to be line drive up to left center, and that's going to get through for a base hit. And the runner from second scores, and that will tie up this ball game. It is now 2-2. Northwest Arkansas and San Antonio. First and second, here's the 9-hole batter, Michael Cantu. Tonight got the catcher duties for the Missions here tonight. Sun going down on a beautiful Friday night. It's a beautiful time. Come out to the ball game and just enjoy what is left of these 2 ball clubs of the year.
I will say, John, that these 2 ball clubs will not see each other till next year in 2024.
You know, probably they will, they probably won't, but hopefully we'll get another good chance. And that's going to be line drive, and that's going to get through for a base hit. And the runner from first scores in. And the Missions have the lead now, 3-2. And it's a new score read. San Antonio 3, Northwest Arkansas 2. After another pelted hit right there. And that one taken well and inside for a code strike. It's 0-1. Second and third, bottom of 2, nobody out. 3-2 our score in the bottom of 2. As we go back to the top of the lineup for the Mission, stepping up is center fielder Tim Lopes. Oh, beautiful sunset almost coming. And it's just something to say, ooh, that's nice.
Yeah, the stadium is nice, and so far we missed the old one, the old Industry Ballpark.
Well, you know, Bob, we've had fun with that ballpark for the last 2.5 years. And we'll say we got to move on. We got a better ballpark. And this will be San Antonio's new home from now on. 3-2. And that's going to be line drive. Boy, howdy, right to the face of that pitcher. And that's another run in to score. And now San Antonio up by 2 runs against the Naturals. As that's another RBI in to score with nobody out. Second batter is Wander Javier, the shortstop, as he comes in, takes a code strike, it's 0-1. Last time up, he grounded out in the first, he's 0 for 1. Boy, we're still in the start of this ball game. 4-2 our score now as San Antonio leads this ball game by 2. Here's the 1-1. And that's going to be right there to third. The second for 1. They relay it and they get a double play on top of that. And that would be a 5-4-3 double play from third to second to first. And that will be 2 quick outs here in this half inning. But a run in to score on that double play from third, as it is now 5-2 San Antonio. Boy, that's a real rhapsody in the kisser. And what do you mean by that, Bob?
Well, gotta say, that's just a real ouch.
And right there to second. They flip it right to first, and that would do it. 4 runs into scored on a couple of base hits and no errors and nobody left. We end 2. It's 5-2 San Antonio. We're back with more right after this as Tucker Bradley will lead it off for Northwest Arkansas here in the top of the third. And we go to our commercial messages brought to you by our friends at PetSmart.
We're back in 3, 2, 1.
Well, welcome back into this Friday night broadcast. We're about ready for the Northwest Arkansas top of the third inning as Tucker Bradley coming in for the Naturals in this ball game. Matt Waldron returning back to the heel as he throws in his first pitch in the top of the third for a code strike. It's 0-1. Boy, bottom of 2 was really good as San Antonio plates 4 runs. And really, it's a nice inning for the Missions.
Yeah, I gotta say, John, it really has been a good one.
So, Bob, is Annie going to come back and join us for Bark in the Park Sunday?
Well, I could tell her if she wants to come, but I think she would love to come in and have a good time with us, as she did a couple weeks ago.
I like your wife. I mean, she's pretty nice. She's a nice lady.
Yeah, she really is, John.
Harold Gonzalez coming in as he takes a ball outside, the count now 1-0. Well, got to say greetings to all of our viewers watching from YouTube Live and those from Northwest Arkansas. And that one's popped up right there. The catcher Cantu will get that one easy and free. Jeff Andrews saying that one was out. And that was quick out number 2 for the Naturals. Right there in the count now, 0-1. As Jimmy Govern, last time up, 2-run shot in the first inning.
The 0-1. And there to Jackson Merrill as second. Flip it to Fernandez, and that's the inning. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. Now head for the bottom half of the third inning, and it's 5-2 San Antonio over Northwest Arkansas.
Leading off for the mission.
Well, bottom half of third, and here's the first baseman, Juan Fernandez, 1-for-1 single RBI. And a pitch. That one outside on the slider, and that's the count now 1-0. You know, looking at the manager there, and he's keeping eyes on close contact of his starter here tonight, Bob.
I gotta say, a starter like him should really be focused on, and yes, I don't blame the managers if they come in and try to do something, but really, the catcher has to go out there and talk to the pitcher. And if there's any struggling, then yes, there needs to be a communication between the catcher and pitcher.
And that one's going to be right there. Line drive. Right to short. They get him. And that's a quick out, number 1, as Fernandez gets out easily. So, boy, it goes by the third baseman, but shortstop says, hey, I got you covered. I got you back. You look at Shervian Newton in short, 129.5 feet. He had an 87.8 right there as he gets his man out. And now the hot corner third baseman, Lucas Dunn. He's 0-for-1, a ground out in the first inning. Boy, just like beautiful nights like this, right, Bob?
Yeah, I gotta say, the blue sky, the sun beginning to set. It's what baseball is always about here in San Antonio. It's good that all of us could come in and have a good time together. Get away from the work-related things and just come out to the ball game, enjoy the atmosphere and the company of other people too.
That one hit to short. From short to first, they get him easily for out number 2.
Now the designated hitter, Grant Little.
The designated hitter is Grant Little. 1-for-1, a single and a run. It's coming in across the score in the last half of the inning. And that one down and in, 1 ball and no strikes.
Boy, Jonathan Bolin now up 44 pitches for his first 3 innings to play here tonight for the Naturals.
Yeah, he has been really a combination of both ball and strikes in his characteristics. The 1-1. And that one line drive up to right, and that's going to be a 2-out single. Man, they're going to keep this half of the inning going. Well, the second baseman is Jackson Merrill as he comes in, and he's ready to go. That one right there and in for a coach strike. It's 0-1. 1-for-1 single and a run. That is Merrill. And pretty good. The 0-1. And that one's going to be crushed. High in the air. And that will go up to right field for the final out. So no runs on a hit. No errors, a man left. As we now head for the top half of the fourth. It's 5-2 Missions. As we get ready for the fourth inning, Robbie Glendenning will lead us off when we come back from commercial messages. And our proud broadcast by Dr. Pepper. We're back in 3, 2, 1.
Well, we welcome you back to this live broadcast here in Texas League Baseball. As we get set for the top of the fourth inning, Robbie Glendening coming up for Northwest Arkansas here in this game. Here's a pitch by Matt Waldron as he takes one right there and inside for a code strike. It's 0-1. Top of the third inning, Tulsa and Midland still scoreless. Tulsa in their beautiful road grays, Midland at their road home jerseys with Rockhounds inscribed on the chest. 0-1. And that one hit to shortstop Wander Javier. He'll flip it to Juan Fernandez as that's a quick out, number 1. And that'll bring in the fifth batter, Tyler Gentry. Pop out in the first 0 for 1 of the evening here for Northwest Arkansas. Here's the pitch. And that one high fly in the air. First baseman Fernandez will get in foul grounds as he makes the catch. And Gentry is disappointingly out. Now bring up the shortstop, Shervian Newton. 0 for 1, fly out in the second. Could be another 1-2-3 inning in this one.
Yeah, it could be.
And right there is that will go to Albert Fabian, and that will do. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. We're now bottom of 4, and it is a 5-2 San Antonio lead.
For San Antonio,
The left fielder, Albert Fabian, coming in for the Missions as we start up the bottom half of the fourth inning for San Antonio. That's going to be hit to first. First baseman steps on the bag, and that's a quick out, number 1.
catcher, Michael Cantu.
And that's going to bring up the catcher, Michael Cantu. 1 for 1 RBI and a run. Here's the pitch. And right there and in for a code strike, it's 0-1. The pitch. And right there, that will go out of play and foul. So really, the Rockhounds got Max Muncy back on their side.
Wow. Wasn't he a former LA Dodgers?
Yeah, he was part of that organization.
Well, he was on there a couple of years ago during 2019 and 20.
You're not kidding, Bob. Here's the 0-1. And right there, line drive to third. And they'll flip it, and he's got him. And that will do. No runs, no hits, no errors. As we now head for the top of the fifth inning with Juan Carlos Negrete coming up after our break. And our proud sponsor of Petco. Always treat your family, your pets like family. And that is good too. Whether if you have a dog, come out to a Missions game on Sunday as we wrap up a 3-game short series against Northwest Arkansas. Bring your 4-legged friend for what is Bark in the Park. Sunday's first game pitch at 1 o'clock. And don't forget our next Bark in the Park is when we're back and taking on the Corpus Christi Hooks in a 6-game series before our road travel to Arkansas and Springfield during that time. Well, we're back with more Texas League Baseball right after our commercial messages
And brought to you part by Petco, where pets are always loved. We're back at 3, 2, 1. Well, welcome into this proud broadcast on this Friday evening as we get set for the top of the 5th inning for Northwest Arkansas. Juan Carlos Negrete will be the batter for the Naturals here in this half inning. The pitch. And right there and inside for a taking code strike, and it's 0-1. Wichita leads Springfield. It is 1-0 there at the porch. Man, it's pretty good there. Frisco leads Amarillo 2-0, top of the 3rd inning. Boy, there in Amarillo, Texas, Water Ridge Field. No balls, 2 strikes to Juan Carlos Negrete. The pitch. And that's a strikeout. Strike 3 swinging, and he goes down a 1-2-3.
The center fielder, John Rave.
That'll bring up John Rave. Strikeout in the second is 0 for 1. Pretty good batting average as he is a .335 over an opposition of .401. Boy, and he's really good for Northwest Arkansas. He's got a good home run average. And so far during their last win against the Arkansas Travelers, he's had so much on that one. And I got to say, 4-3 the score there at All-American Ballpark. Here's the pitch. And that one is going to be line foul, and the count now 0-2. Waldron, 45 pitches and 4 balls. Should I say all of his combinations have been for fastball strikes. Yeah, I gotta say, John, he is really going after these hitters like you wouldn't even believe. No balls, 2 strikes to pitch. And that one's going to be high fly in the air. And that will drift out of play and foul. No balls, 2 strikes. The pitch. And that one high in the air. Up in left field, Fabian will be camped under it to make the play, and he's got it for out number 2. He'll go ahead and give you a score there at All-American Ballpark. The Arkansas Travelers lead the Corpus Christi Hooks 2-1. 1-run score, Arkansas in front. The pitch. And right there and in for a code strike. It's 0-1. Pretty good right there as Arkansas in front of the lead. Frisco having a 2-0 lead over the Sod Poodles. Which that one is a good one right there. Deal 1. And that is going to be line foul. The count now 0-2. Tomorrow night's game time, 7:05, our first pitch, 1 o'clock on Sunday, to wrap up the short 3-game series against Northwest Arkansas. And right there, strike 3, and that's a 1-2-3 inning. And boy, they really get them down in order. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. We now head for the bottom of the 5th, and it is 5-2 San Antonio. Wander Javier coming up for San Antonio. He's playing in shortstop as he comes in and takes a cold strike, in the count now 0-1. Christian Chamberlain and Steven Cruz, a lefty and a righty, warming up in the Naturals bullpen. And the 0-1. That one outside, and that's the count now 1-1. Bolin starting his 5th inning of work as he's now 56 pitches on the hill for Northwest Arkansas. Right there and in for a cold strike, and it's the count now 1-2. The pitch. And that one's going to be high in the air. Right there in foul grounds is the first baseman as he makes the play for out number 1.
Now batting, right fielder, Tirso Ornelas.
And that's going to bring up the right fielder, Tirso Ornelas. Ornelas coming in, looking sharp, and the pitch by Jonathan. Right there and in for a cold strike. It's 0-1. Boy, he's got the same name as you. His name is Jonathan. Your name is Jonathan. And his last name is Bolin, but yours is Baker. Yeah. It's kind of funny when you see it that way. High fly in the air up in left center. And that will be caught by the center fielder for out number 2.
Now batting, first baseman, Juan Fernandez.
And that's going to bring in Juan Fernandez. He's 1 for 2, single and RBI. Boy, 3 up, 3 down innings after 2 innings of seeing scores. In the top half of the first, Northwest Arkansas crushes a 2-run shot, and they lead 2-0. But bottom of the first inning for San Antonio, they get a run back. 4 runs in to score, bottom of 2, as San Antonio leads this game 5-2 against the Naturals. That's high fly in the air, and that's getting down for the base hit up the center. Boy, and a 2-out single again. And they should have had runners in scoring position there to get some hits right there. And that one's going to be high fly in the air. Watch it fly, and it's right there at the warning track as the right fielder will make the play, and that will do for this half inning. So no runs on a hit, no errors, a man left. And we head for the top of the 6th inning as Tucker Bradley leads it off for Northwest Arkansas. It is 5-2 San Antonio. Back for more baseball on this Friday night as we bring you our next commercial message, brought to you by Animals Association of Care and Animal Services. So we are honoring our pets and animals, cats and dogs, and most likely our dogs mean the world to all of us in this time as you look at animal abusers, and I gotta say, it's pretty bad as we see a lot of cruelty going around. And we only can say that we're helping animals in need
by San Antonio Missions giving a donation of $15 or more, as you can help us fight against animal abuse. Join us and the citizens of all of San Antonio and all Texas League Baseball as we say no to animal abuse. Because we love our furry friends, no matter how much we love them, we have to give them more credit than they deserve. Well, we're about ready for the top half of the 6th inning for Northwest Arkansas. Tucker Bradley is coming in. 5-2 the score for San Antonio in this ball game, and that one's going to be lifted high fly in the air. Center fielder Lopes does not have to move, and that's a quick out, number 1.
The batter, number 3, second baseman.
3-0 Frisco there at Amarillo at Water Ridge Field. And they're bottom of 3 as Tim Tawa up to bat for Amarillo. Here's a pitch. Harold Gonzalez coming in as he takes a cold strike. It's 0-1. Sun beginning to set as this game continues onward. That one high fly in the air. Jackson Merrill goes up into right field as he collects a second out. That'll bring up Jimmy Govern. He 2-run shot last time up in the first, is 1 for 2 for Northwest Arkansas. Game 2 tomorrow night, 7:05. And weather forecast shows it's going to be a hot 102-degree temperature. So we're asking everybody to stay hydrated, Gatorade and water and electrolytes and all types of things. Because stay hydrated during this time. Well, final out goes to the right fielder. And that will do.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for Northwest.
Well, we got a reliever, Christian Chamberlain. Lefty, 5'10", 173 pounds, and age 23. We'll get the ball from the manager. And it's starter.
The designated hitter.
Bottom half of the 6th inning, the DH Grant Little coming in for the Missions. And a pitch. That one down and in for a cold strike. It's 0-1. Well, it is starting to get dark and baseball going around the Texas League. Top of 4 for Springfield there at Wichita. As the wind surge leads Springfield by 1-0 in the top of the 4th. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And that's going to be right there. Line drive up to left field, and they'll get past the third baseman for the no-out single. Boy, and the Mission's on fire tonight as they get things going in this evening's contest. Here's the number 7 whole cap cleanup hitter, Jackson Merrill, coming in as he comes in as 1 for 2, single and a run, being the second baseman here tonight for the Missions. And that one right there and in for a taken cold strike, and it's 0-1. Jono DePato and Steven Cruz coming in for Northwest Arkansas. And that's going to be line drive. And they will get 1, and they won't relay it to get a double play. As Merrill will reach first, the force out at second will force the out. And that'll bring up the 8-hole Albert Fabian. Fabian coming in as he takes a cold strike right there in the middle, and it's 0-1. 1 for 2, single RBI in a run. That is Fabian. Go ahead and give you more Texas League scores as we progress through this evening. Midland leads Tulsa 2-0 in this game, and so far the Rockhounds lead the Drillers by that 2 runs. The 2-1. And that's going to be line drive up to left center, and that's going to get down for a base hit. Runner from first going all the way to home, and he's going to chance it in across the score is Jackson Merrill. And it is now 6-2 Missions. Boy, and a fantastic play right there by Jackson Merrill, an RBI double. And yeah, I will say that everybody in tonight's attendance will get a coupon from our friendly neighborhood Whataburger. It's also served hot and fresh 24/7 for all citizens of San Antonio. And it's made especially hot for you on that double meat cheeseburger coupon with your choice of a medium fry or onion ring and the favorite choice of your drink. You get Dr. Pepper or cola or whatever it is. And it's pretty good. Right there to short. They'll flip it to first. And he's out for the second out, as Michael Cantu will ground out into second. Out in center. Here's the first base, well, should I say, the center fielder, Tim Lopes. Well, you're getting a little bit jumpy. You're not kidding, Bob. I think it's been a long 10 days since we've been away. We had 6 games at Corpus Christi, 4 days to being off. Now we're back here tonight for a 3-game series against Northwest Arkansas. That one right there, as that will go right to first, and an easy play. So 1 run on a couple of base hits, no errors, and a man left. We head for the 7th coming up. It is 6-2 San Antonio. Robbie Glendenning will lead it off in the top of the 7th for the Naturals, as Waldron throws his 60th pitch right here, as that will be recorded for his 61st right there and inside for a code strike. It's 0-1. Here's the 0-1. And that is going to be right there now to play, and the count now 0-2. 6-2 San Antonio, top of 7 in this ball game. And that one's going to get fouled in the way, and the count now 0-2. So far, the final score in a couple of weeks ago, 4-3, as Northwest Arkansas winning the last game of the first half. The 0-2. And right there, strike 3 gets him down. And that's out number 1. And Tyler Gentry coming up now with 2 pop-outs, 0 for 2 of the night. And so far, Bob, this guy is not doing well with 2 pop-outs. That can only confuse a team to its limits. Now, I gotta say, John, you are absolutely true and correct on your words. When you look at a team that's trailing at least 4 runs of this game, they really got to step up and lead momentum in this one. Right there and in for a ball. The count now 1-1.
So our next homestand begins Tuesday, July 25th. Taking on the Corpus Christi Hooks in a 6-game season here, and so far the last 6 of July. Right there up top, and that will be 2 complete outs. As that will go to the right fielder, Tirso Ornelas. Shervy and Newton is 0 for 2. A lot of 3-up, 3-down innings for Northwest Arkansas.
Yeah, gotta say, John, you were right about the 3-ups, 3-downs. It's just really confusing that this team leading or trailing by 4 and still can't get anybody on base, because a lot of prospects in the Royals organization just keep grounding out, and pop out. All of those are really getting them.
And strike 3, he gets them down. And now it's time for the traditional 7th inning stretch as the Missions lead by 4. It is 6-2. Well, right-hander and second in relief, Alec Marsh. 6'2", 220 pounds, and age 24, will come on the hill for Northwest Arkansas. Well, the bottom half of the 7th, the shortstop Wander Javier coming in. Sun already down, and evening sky approaching us on this Friday night, as that was taken in for a code strike, and it is 0-1. Boy, San Antonio looking for their 48th of the season. And to start fresh, they need a home victory.
Well, if by choice they get in here and they win it against the Naturals, that would be pretty good to cut them off from a 2-game winning streak, as they went up against the Arkansas Travelers in the final of their 6 games. They're at Arkansas, and it was a 4-3 finish, as the Naturals winning that ball game.
And that one high fly in the air. Up at the pole, and that goes foul. So 3 balls, 2 strikes to count to Wander Javier. And a swing and a miss, and boy, he really went after it big time. And that is for out number 1. Well, Tirso Ornelas, the right fielder, stepping in for the Missions. And the pitch. That one down and in. It's 1 ball and no strikes. And that one inside for taking code strike. It's 1-1. Here's the 1-1. That one high in the air, up and left. The left fielder will make the play, and he's got it for out number 2. First baseman Juan Fernandez, 2 for 3, 2 singles, RBI of the night. 2 away, nobody on here in the bottom of the home 7th. As that one's taken outside for a ball in the count, now 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes. And that one's going to be line drive up to right field, and that's going to stay fair. And he's going to first, going to second. And he's going to get up there on a stand-up double. Hot and fresh, made from Dr. Pepper. And that's a coupon for a double meat cheeseburger, courtesy of our friends there at Whataburger. Whataburger served hot and fresh. They've been in business and launched up in Corpus Christi there in 1950 as being the first hamburger joint there in Corpus Christi, Texas during that year, 1950.
I remember 1950. It was a pretty good year that the that everything was starting to turn pretty good, even for Corpus Christi getting a baseball team there in good old Corpus Christi, Texas. Yeah, they named them the Hooks. So far, Bayfront Park is a beautiful ballpark and got a Ferris wheel, and it is pretty good. 1 ball, 2 strikes to the hot corner third baseman. And that's going to be line drive up to center field, and that's going to get in. And here comes a run in to score, as that will be San Antonio's 7th run of this ball game. Boy, and that was a clean line drive, base hit up to right center. And that will continue this half inning for one more batter. In now is the DH, Grant Little. As he comes in, he's 3 for 3 with 3 singles and a run in across to score in this ball game. Well, he's got a finesse of all types of things going on in this ball game, and he's got them going in this one. So far for the new pitcher, a 4-seam fastball, a curveball, a slider, a changeup, and a sinker. And he's got probably an ace of spades in that glove, saying I could strike guys out in an instant. Well, that's one thing that you got to watch out for when you're coming up a young arm like his, and it's pretty good. And that's going to be line drive, and that's going to get through for a base hit. And they're still searching for it out there. And another run across the score, as now that'll be San Antonio's 8th run. Boy, and the Missions are doing really good in this ball game. And so far, that's their 14th hit of the ball game, as now it's 8-2 Missions. And that'll bring up the second baseman, Jackson Merrill, in the 7th spot. And that's going to get line drive right there up to right field. And no chances there, as they will watch him out there at first base and third. And so far, Stephen Cruz coming out for Northwest Arkansas, being the 3rd reliever of the night. And boy, things are not going the way that Northwest Arkansas had intended in this ball game. 2 runs already in to score in this half inning alone. And that's going to be fouled off. Nope, it's fair, and they get them. So 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and they leave 2 stranded. We go top of the 8th on this Friday evening, and it is 8-2 Missions. We're back with Juan Carlos Negrete as he starts up the top of the Northwest Arkansas 8th inning, as we'll be back here for Texas League Baseball continuing after in this game. Back for more right after this. We're back here in 3, 2, 1. Boy, that car sure is loud, and
Highway IH-90 as well, as we have traffic going both ways from Del Rio and past the city, downtown San Antonio. And so far, we're about ready to go. Top of the 8th inning for Northwest Arkansas. Juan Carlos Negrete coming in for the Naturals on this Friday night. So far, about ready to go. In the top of the 8th, and Waldron's 8th inning of work is 1 ball and no strikes as he throws that pitch right there and in. Well, the total attendance tonight, 7,698. Pretty good for the start of the second half. Here's the 1-0. And that's going to be line drive up to left center field, and that gets through for a base hit. Naturals up to their final 6 outs here tonight.
The center fielder, John Ray.
And that's going to bring in the center fielder, John Rave. And that's right there, Jackson Merrill, the Javier, right to Fernandez. Boy, howdy, a Taco Bell double play. Gets 2 of them.
The batter, the catcher.
And, yeah, we're going to spoil you tonight. That will bring in 2 free tacos, courtesy of our friends there at Taco Bell. In now, the number 9 batter, Luca Tresh. As he comes in and takes a coach strike, it's 0-1. Here's a pitch. And right there and in, taken for a coach strike. And it's 0-2. Boy, a pretty good night so far for everybody. And come on in as we got more baseball right after this. Right up to center field, Lopes makes the play, and that is caught for the final out here in the top of the 8th. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base as we now head for the bottom half of 8. And it is the score, 8-2 Missions. The number 9 batter, Michael Cantu, coming in for San Antonio. And that's taken outside, 1 ball and no strikes. Jono DePoto and Andreas Nunez, 2 righties warming up for Northwest Arkansas in this ball game. 1 ball, no strikes to the catcher. And, ooh, that got him. And right to first, as that bounce ball will be a 1-5-3 score on the play. And they're going to take a look at him and see if he's all right. Boy, and did that ball hit him in the head?
I don't know if it did or not, but boy, that will give you a big bump on the head if it did.
Yeah, like my stepmother banging my dad on the head with a cup. Give him a big knot on the head.
Yeah, you're not kidding. My wife done that to me the couple of days that we were off.
Oh, yeah?
And boy, I tell you one thing. She got me. Toink! Ow!
Here's the 2-0. And that's going to be line drive up the right field, and that's going to get through for a base hit. That goes all the way to the wall. And he's not stopping. He's going to first, going to second, and that's a stand-up double by center fielder Tim Lopes.
Boy, and there's a lot of stand-up doubles. And as San Antonio gets into that one, nice and sharp on that 2-run shot for the Missions. And it's so far pretty good.
Here's a shortstop, Wander Javier, coming in as he takes one high and outside for ball 1 and the count 1-0. Strikeout in the 7th is 0 for 4 of the night. And boy, we are losing daylight as sun already gone down, and so far the evening on a Friday night progresses quickly here. 1 ball, 1 strike to Javier. The pitch. And that one is fouled in the way. The count now 1-2. Always a good night for a baseball game. And come out and join us tomorrow evening as we bring you the first pitch at 7:05. That one fouled in the way. The count now 1-2. Post-game fireworks after the game tomorrow. And so far for Sunday, we have our bark in the park as we wrap up the 3-game set against the Naturals. These 2 ball clubs do not see each other until 2024 or 25 in the AA Texas League. Here's a right fielder, Tirso Ornelas. He's 0 for 4 and a fly out in the 7th.
So, John, any word on Joshua Mears as of late?
Well, the last I heard, he's at home. He's resting the leg. And so far, he should be good as new in a couple of months or even next year in 2024. That one high fly in the air. Up in left field as the left fielder will run to make the play, and he's got it for out number 3. And we head for the top of the 9th, and it is 8-2 Missions. Well, leading it off here in the top of 9 for Northwest Arkansas, Tucker Bradley stepping in for the Naturals. And the pitch. And that one high fly in the air. Cantu in pursuit makes the play, and that's out number 1. Second baseman is Gerard Gonzalez, popping out in the 6th inning. Boy, and Waldron really going after these hitters. And this is his 9th inning of work. Though he saved an entirety of the whole bullpen.
And that's a good thing, John. I mean, really, you think about how good the bullpen is really holding up to this prospect and the Padres organization.
And that one's going to be high fly in the air, and that's going to get down for a base hit. And that's going to bring in first runner at second and third, as the runner from first will advance to second. And that's going to bring in Robbie Glendenning. The pitch. And that's going to be chopped foul, and the count now 0-1. Strikeout in the 7th. 0 for 3 is Glendenning. Another night for Northwest Arkansas. And that's going to be high fly in the air. Left fielder Lopes makes the play. Here comes the runner. And in to score from third, as that will be a sacrifice by Robbie Glendenning. Well, Tyler Gentry will stride up as he's the last chance in this half inning. The pitch. And that one is fouled in the way. The count now 0-1. The 0-1. And that is going to be drifted and fouled in the way. The count now 0-2. Last strike of the night for Northwest Arkansas. 8-3 the score, top of 9 with a runner at third. The pitch. Swing and a miss, and the Missions win it. And that is win number 48.
Boy, big win for the Missions here tonight as they claim the first game of this 3-game series.
Yep. tomorrow night, 7:05, as we bring you the action tomorrow. And just tune in as we have the greatest game returning here to the Double-A Texas League for the second half. Well, San Antonio wins this ball game, and it was a good one so far, as we had a pretty good evening here in good old San Antonio. So see y'all guys tomorrow, 7:05 against Northwest Arkansas for Game 2 of our 3-game set. Again, Bob and I will say good night, and 8-3 the score as San Antonio wins it.
Our final line score. First for the victorious Vision, 8 runs on 16 hits, no errors. They left 7 men on base. For the Naturals, 3 runs, 6 hits, no errors. They left 2 men on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 23 minutes. Thank you for joining us here this evening. We remind you to please drive home safely.